Well, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi has launched a blistering attack on the centre, addressing a packed audience to mark the birth anniversary of Dr. BR Ambedkar in Bengaluru. Rahul came prepared, from comparing Modi to Hitler to calling the death of Rohit Vemula a murder to the butchering of Mohammad Akhlaq. Rahul said the nation is now living in a strangulation of reality where government is manipulating reality to suit its ends as farmers are dying and the economy is crumbling.
There was a very different kind of man called Hitler. And he once wrote, and I quote, "Keep a very firm grasp on reality. Keep a very firm grasp on reality so you can strangulate it any time." Today, this is what is happening all around us. The strangulation of reality. They say Rohit Vemula committed suicide. They call it suicide. I call it murder. They call it suicide. I call it murder. Rohit was crushed and murdered by the indignities he suffered. He was killed only because he was a Dalit. The instrument of his murder was the letter written to his university by the government of India. A letter that destroyed his future forever. Mohammad Akhlaq is butchered because they say he stole a calf. It was a lie. And instead of questioning his brutal killing, the questions they ask are about whether the meat in the fridge was mutton or beef. Thousands of farmers commit suicide, and the government looks the other way. I'm very proud that Siddaramaiah ji recently announced a farm loan waiver for the farmers of Karnataka. But the government of India does not listen to the farmers. They look the other way. The government can forgive any amount of corporate debt. They call those corporate write-offs. But farmers, they are forgiven nothing. One fine evening, the Prime Minister comes on TV and he tells 1/5 of humanity that he has decided that the money in their pocket is worthless. The entire cabinet is locked up in a room. The economic advisor to the Prime Minister himself has no idea what is going on. Thousands of businesses are wiped out. Hundreds of people simply die. The informal economy literally implodes. Privately, our friends in the press call it insanity. But publicly, they call it a stroke of genius. Privately, they call it insanity. Publicly, they call it a stroke of genius. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister video conferences himself into a pop concert. Instead of speaking to Parliament, Narendra Modi ji chooses to speak to Coldplay.